per battery got higher. Of course, there wasn't a load in there yet, but the load came after a while. So put a capacitor over here, and I put an alco in there, so it's AC current capacitor. Alco. DC. DC.
It's pulse DC.
Pulse DC, yeah. Because that's why the diode is in for. Whatever happens in the system, I don't know, but it's fun. It works. Wow. So just try it.
May I ask something? Did you measure in the battery the magnetic field? I think your magnetic fields are flipped, because if you took the battery and you 1.5 volt battery and you put a compass needle in it, for example, the plus side south and the north side is negative.
Yeah.
If you charge it like that, I think the magnetic field is flipped over. Yeah. That's what I think. Yeah, because I shall tell you about something else later, but I don't want to bore you. I don't want to interrupt you the whole story, but because I have also very strange things with my car battery. Yeah. When I charge it and I put a relay in between the alternator and the car battery, the current goes through. That's no problem.
Oh yeah. Of je Chinees meeneemt straks.
No problem. The current goes through my battery, but my battery of my car don't get charged. It draws everything away. My lights don't go out. If I switch off the alternator, the car dies, because the alternator don't give any charge anymore. So there's something going on with the magnetic field. If you flip it over the magnetic field by a coil, then you get a different kind of electricity, and this what's happened. You cannot measure it also.
I cannot say what's going in there exactly, because it's really fast pulse rate. I could measure the frequency going in here with just 1.5 volts here. I measure the frequency of 6 kilohertz. 3 volts, 12 kilohertz, it doubles. It's pretty low. So.
It's your wife, call her back.
But is it a normal coil? How much winding do you use?
It's, actually it's like, I call it bookie-wookie windings, like do it yourself. You take a toroid, yeah, like that, well exactly, it's exactly the same one. I took this one, and then, well you take 2 wires, you wind it around the toroid like this, and you take the end point and you connect it of wire 2, and you connect it to the start point of wire 1, and that's your bifilar coil, like you see here.
You have to put in opposite directions, the windings.
No, just wind it.
Wind it one.
Yeah, you take 2 wires, start winding them, and you take the end of wire 2 and you connect it to the start of wire 1. That's it. That's that.
So it's,
well, I think he ripped it also out of computer power supply. I did it. Also. Went to my dad.
So you
have an old computer supply.
zero magnetic field there. You get zero magnetic field there, because you have 2 opposite windings. You get zero.
It's really strange, but this works. Okay. Hang on. Okay. This is what I do. And actually I play around with electricity a lot, because I think we need something that delivers free electricity. We can use it to power our cars, use it to power our to grow food, whatever. And so we don't need to work anymore and have time off to develop ourselves. That's the whole goal. But what I also found with free energy, because I also built the Joule cell. I built the Joule cell, and what I also found was that if it is all in your state of mind. If you don't have an open mind, or if you start thinking about what is happening, then somehow it stops happening. So just enjoy the ride. That's actually the key. Literally, if you with a lot of these things that I build, and I build a lot of stuff. It's like, what happens, and then it stops. I built the Deel fuel processor. Everybody knows that one? Yeah. We built it, and we didn't have any fuel, so we took old coffee, put it in there, and we ran on it for 30 minutes. Just coffee. You didn't smell anything, and we were like, what the fuck? And we didn't build it like they told us you need to make it pressure proof or whatever. No, we took a canister, drilled some holes, put some rods in it, let it bubble, it was okay. But it worked 30 minutes on coffee inside a studio, a music studio. We were running it where, hey, we can power our studio with this. Perfect. Then we took the device and we started running around with it. So there's a rod in the center of it, and it shifted. And after that, we couldn't get it to work. We started wondering, thinking about it. And at first, we just built it and it worked. Yeah, really strange.
Beginner's luck.
Yeah, call it like that. What I think is that free energy is something that comes from you. It's not something that comes from outside, but you manifest it. If you know that it's there, and if you live like it's there, then it's there. And people, and what he says is very true. We want something to, we want to hold something in our hand. We want to feel it, smell it. Oh no, Eva John said that, right? We want to feel it. We want to smell it. We want to know that it's there. Our senses want to be convinced that it's there. And once we we know that it's there, we felt it, okay, then it's normal. Everybody accepts it. But if you can change your state of mind and not immediately go like, this can be true, let's stop here, I want measurements, no, just start doing it. Let it flow from yourself, and if it doesn't work, who gives a fuck? We've got something else. It doesn't matter.
Als het nog leuk blijft.
I think I would almost agree. I think that there might be the case that the purely rational route is also valid.
Of course, you have to know one thing. We are very we think a lot, and we also feel a lot. But if you don't think, then you cannot create anything, because we have to see the picture before we can do anything. But usually, most people stay here and keep thinking, and then nothing happens. But if you, and there are some people, like children, they think of something and they build it, and it works. Daddy, look at me. Oh my God, you built something. Children don't see the impossibilities. We do, because we have to learn all these laws, Lenz's law. Of course all these laws do apply because they have been measured, and people know that they can build a transformer with these laws. But don't close yourself off. Always stay open, and if it doesn't work, yeah, so what? Go on, try something else.
Do you think why it is called zero point?
Yeah, I think that's
because that's the only dimension that has every dimension in itself.
Yeah. Well, actually, I've been going through a big transformation the last years myself, and I've been experiencing multidimensionality myself. So I know where this all comes from. But I cannot explain it because I see it and I feel it, and I cannot put it into words. It's not possible. But I know everybody is on the brink of crossing that line, and then everything is possible. Okay. You need to get rid of your own blockades in yourself. You have, if you feel the resistance to do something or to listen to something, even people that are here, and when John tells you something, which is very valid because I know this, I've been playing with this stuff also. And you hear it and it's like, this can be happening, and you stay rigid like this, then it won't happen in your world. Not a chance. Okay. Excellent. I will be doing a lecture about water. I did it last year, about how water is a communication device, how water is a source to free energy, how you can tap into the free energy inside yourself by listening to water. Actually, it sounds like, ooh, you, but it isn't. It is. This is actually